Hello everybody, today I would like to introduce a technique that I have been using for a long time during sparring with the Realistic Sparring Weapons. However, some friends have expressed their interest that whether such techniques will work if you are using a steel sword. So today, with the help of Ibrahim, we are going to test it to see how it works in case we are using the steel for contact. Now, let me explain what we are going to do. Abraham is wielding a longer sword than mine. This one is military dada from LP Chen, and this one is the Twin Peaks Liao Dao from LP Chen as well. Now let's compare the size first. Yeah, let's compare the size. So this is much shorter sword, okay? Usually, when you are wielding a shorter sword against a longer sword or longer weapons, you are in big trouble, okay? In German, you are supposed, or European generally, you are supposed to use your forte to displace his tip so you can get in. Usually in German, you use the forte, the lower half of your blade, to control the tip so you can counterattack. But the problem now shows itself is that my sword is not long enough. When I use my forte to maintain control with his tip, the foreboy, my blade is not long enough to touch him at all. You see, I can't even touch his hand guard here. No touch, no contact. That's the problem with the German style. That's the problem with the European style in general, because in case your blade is not long enough, the forte versus foible method doesn't work. Even if you manage to control his tip, you can't establish any threat to the person. So he can just circle around and hit me. He can disengage and hit me. With Oriental style, Oriental, which means Japanese, okay, Chinese, or even Korean, you are capable of utilizing the tip to extend the control distance toward the tip. In Europe or German, to say your controlling distance is at most here. You can at most manipulate your opponent's blade with this part. But in Chinese style, Japanese style, Korean style, or Oriental style, you may say it in general term, you can control the opponent with the tip of your blade. Now let's try. In this case, if German, I will risk myself to control with this and then not hitting him at all. Of course, I'm not going to hit him. But in Oriental case, I do not have to risk that much. I can extend my tip out and still manipulate his blade like this. You see, I moved his blade away with the tip. Try again. And then I can counterattack, go in, okay? This is one of the options. Another option is that I can hook with the back of the blade like this. Yeah, and then get it. So you can see that even if the contact is done to the forte of his blade here, you see, this is very close to his guard, the contact point is close to his guard, but I'm doing the contact with my tip, it still works. Yeah. Okay, you may try to resist a little bit, and you don't have to actively draw your blade back. You just try to maintain your center line. You see, I can still break it inside. If it's not clear, then we change the direction we stand, to here. So you can see his center line clearly. Now you can see the cam, center line. Now you can see how much I can put his blade aside with the tip on his forte. Enough, right? That's how much it works at all. If I use the hooking method, that's enough, right? So you see, this is what not taught or commonly taught in the European style. This is what we call as putting the power to the tip, toward the tip. Now, you know this can work with the steel right now, we can try to see how does it work on RSW to compare it. Now this one is, once again, I'm in reach disadvantage a lot, and he has leverage advantage with longer heels. So we can try again using RSW and see the results compare, okay? Once again, using the tip here to touch his forte. Very similar, right? Exactly like the real sword, okay, and the hooking one. You see? So the result with RSW is totally compatible with the real sword. So this explains a lot why we spar this way, because what we do is actually executable on a real sword. And we can also try once more with another weapon, which is a slim hanjian. Now you may ask, hey, one of you are using a big dao and another one is using a da dao. Of course you can do that. How about if you are just using a jian? This is a hanjian. You see, a little bit. Okay, yeah. I'm still at disadvantage in terms of reach. Okay. Now this is a much less substantial sword than that one. That one is heavy, right? Big and heavy. And let's see how it does with this kind of technique. Okay, same. See, even with a hanjian, I'm capable of doing that. And Ibrahim is not actively trying to disengage. He's trying to maintain his center line, which is hard to believe. I understand some people may doubt that, may be skeptic that, hey, your partner is not trying to resist. No, I asked him to try to maintain his center line. We try again.
而家仲勁啲嘅，我已經resist 緊。
係啊
，even more resist.
Yeah, Ibrahim said he is actually putting more force to resist, but this gen actually works even better. I will explain to you later after turning off the camera. This is a secret. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, try to resist. Ooh, is it? Okay. Yeah. So I can use the tip to manipulate his blade. So even with the gen, this is better. Okay, now I'm going to teach him why this gen works even better than the military data. There is a good reason there, but this is not going to be public.
I would like to clarify. I was not giving way with my Yao Dao just now. When Chen Lousi Lancelot took out the Jian, I actually thought, well, this is certainly a lighter weapon. I definitely will be able to resist with the heft I have with this Yao Dao. So I locked in, and then when I did that, I actually felt that the impact to be greater. And later on, during the second try, I even used my stance. I even used my stance work and a bit of my leg to lock the saber in. And I found out, and of course, what happened was that the impact made me fly, literally. And what I found out is that the harder you lock into your sword, or the harder you lock your sword, the more you will be knocked away. And I think I've definitely experienced something special with regard to real swordsmanship. You see, my hand is still shaking. This is how my hand is still shaking. This is how resounding the impact was. I testified. You know, none of this was choreographed. This is very real swordsmanship.
Thank you very much for expressing his first-hand experience of the receiving end of such tip powering. Thank you very much for coming over and help me out for this video. Otherwise, with me alone, I can't do this demo because I can knock myself on the other end.
I've learned very much as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, see ya.